Good evening and welcome to Ukraine Brief on TVP World with our latest news from Ukraine. I'm your host, Marie Cato. Today marks the 1,295th day since Russia launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Another day brings another wave of Russian attacks across Ukraine. Kiev's Air Force reports in its daily update that Russia launched 415 Shahed-type attack and decoy drones overnight, alongside 42 cruise missiles and 1 Iskander-M ballistic missile. Air defense units intercepted 386 drones and 27 cruise missiles, but 21 drones and 16 missiles still managed to strike 17 locations. In the Donetsk region, Russian attacks killed 28 people and wounded 20 others in the last 24 hours, according to Regional Governor Vadim Filashkin. The deadliest strike occurred yesterday in Yarova, where at least 25 people were confirmed killed and 18 wounded while waiting to receive pension payouts from the Ukrainian post. Other Russian attacks in the Donetsk region caused extensive damage to private homes, businesses and infrastructure, with 3 civilians killed and several wounded in Semenivka and Konstantinivka. Additional attacks also took place in Slovyansk, Kramatorsk and Siversk. This footage was captured by a police officer who, upon hearing the sound of a drone, runs into a house where a woman and child are hiding.
Не надо. Все хорошо, Зайка, не надо. Все, котик, ну не плачь.
Все, ударил.
In total, settlements in the Donetsk region, controlled by Ukraine, were attacked 42 times in the last 24 hours, causing significant damages and loss of life. Evacuations from frontline zones continue, with hundreds of civilians, including children, being moved to safer areas. In the Kharkiv region, Russian strikes wounded 4 people across 12 settlements, according to Governor Oleg Sinyahubov. An FPV drone also attacked a civilian car in the Kupiansk district, wounding 3 women and 2 men. This morning, Russian forces also attacked a frontline village in the Izium district, hitting the territory of a private household. Russian attacks in the Kherson region wounded 2 people and damaged critical and social infrastructure, as well as private houses, a gas pipeline, and private vehicles. In the Zhytomyr region, 1 person was killed and 5 more were wounded, while civilian businesses and houses were damaged, according to the regional governor. In the Khmelnytsky region, 3 people were wounded and a textile factory in the western town of Volohysk was damaged, alongside a gas station, several vehicles and nearby buildings, according to local officials. In the Vinnytsia region in central Ukraine, an industrial site was struck in a Russian aerial attack overnight. Standing outside the destroyed building, Deputy Governor of the Vinnytsia region, Natalia Zabolotna, said that 26 drones and 11 cruise missiles targeted the area.
Today, Vinnytsia region came under a massive combined enemy attack from cruise missiles and drones. A civilian industrial facility was hit. Unfortunately, we have 1 victim. He's currently in hospital in stable condition. There's also damage to residential infrastructure in the area. More than 30 houses were damaged.
In the Cherkasy region, falling debris from Russian drones caused a fire at a private house, and the blast wave damaged the roofs and windows of 5 buildings and a power line. Over 20 Russian drones entered Polish airspace in the late hours of Tuesday night and early Wednesday morning. According to the latest reports, 3 of them, possibly 4, were shot down by Polish and NATO aircraft. Polish Foreign Minister Radosław Sikorski addressed the public in a statement on social media platform X.
I remind you and appeal to you, the threat to Poland comes from the east, not the west. Brave, tormented Ukraine is our ally in keeping Putin's army away from Poland's borders. Let us remain calm, united, and resist Russian agents.
President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, said that the precedent of using combat aircraft from several European countries simultaneously to shoot down Russian weapons and protect human lives is highly significant.
Ukraine is ready to provide Poland with all the necessary data available regarding this Russian strike. Ukraine is also ready to help Poland build an effective system of warning and protection against such Russian threats. It is clear that Russian aggression poses a danger to every independent nation in our region, and therefore only joint and coordinated action can guarantee reliable security.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt has criticized the American media for what she calls shameful coverage of the fatal stabbing of a Ukrainian refugee in North Carolina back in August. The outrage follows the release of security camera footage showing the tragic incident, which has led to a political dispute over how the suspect was released from jail months earlier. U.S. Attorney Russ Ferguson has announced that he would seek federal charges against the suspect.
On August 22nd, Irina Zarutska was stabbed to death on the rail system in Charlotte, North Carolina, by a savage career criminal. Irina was on the train that night traveling home from her job at a pizzeria, still in uniform from her shift. This beautiful, innocent 23-year-old young woman was a Ukrainian refugee who had recently fled her country for a chance at a safer life and a promising new beginning here in the United States of America. But tragically, a public transportation system in a major American city was more dangerous than the active war zone that she left.
President Donald Trump, who has blamed U.S. Democrat criminal justice policies for the killing of the Ukrainian woman, called today for a swift trial and the death penalty for the suspect. There can be no other option, Trump wrote on his social media platform, Truth Social. That's all from Ukraine for today. Thank you so much for joining us, and stay tuned for more on TVP World. Goodbye.